Howdy howdy, my name is John, and this video is my March 2022 wrap-up. The first book I finished in March was The Curse of Chalion by Lois McMaster Bujold. This book does a lot of things that I actually liked. I really liked the main character in this one. I liked how the religious system / magic system worked in this book. However, this book is very character driven, and there were parts of the book that I found to be boring, especially the last 100 pages. I gave this book 3 stars. I think if you're more of a character driven reader, you'll probably enjoy this book more than I did. The next book I finished was Harriet the Spy by Louise Fitzhugh. This is a book that I have read many times. I first discovered it when I was a teenager, and the story immediately spoke to me. I love this reread. If I ever do like a top 20 books of all time video, this book will definitely make that list. Now, while I've read Harriet the Spy many times, I've never actually read any of the sequels. The next book in this series is The Long Secret. This takes place the summer after the events of Harriet the Spy, and co-starring along with Harriet is one of the minor characters from the first book. This book actually has a mystery to it as well. And I didn't figure out who the culprit was until the very end. I did not find this book as engaging as Harriet the Spy, but there are some moments in this book that are truly special. As a result, I gave this one 5 stars as well. The last book in this series is Sport. Sport was one of Harriet's friends in the first book, and Harriet does show up in this book, but if you're looking for Harriet, you won't find very much of her. She just makes a brief appearance. This book was published after Fitzhugh's death, and it kind of shows, had Fitzhugh actually worked on this a little bit more, she might have been able to polish this up just a little bit more. As it is, it's still an outstanding read. I gave it 4 stars. I read those 3 books in preparation to read the biography of the author, Louise Fitzhugh. This book is entitled Sometimes You Have to Lie, and it's by Leslie Brody. The title of the book actually comes from Harriet the Spy, a line in it. I first heard about this book on Jay Shea's channel. I'll provide a link to his channel in the description below. Fitzhugh was born in the late 1920s. She was born to wealthy parents in Memphis, Tennessee. And after she graduated high school, she moved to New York. This book does spoil details of her works, so you either want to have read them beforehand or be prepared to be spoiled. Definitely glad that I read The Long Secret and Sport before reading this book. I really enjoyed reading the book because it gave behind the scenes information about the writing of the Harriet the Spy series. Fitzhugh definitely led an unconventional life, and that makes this interesting as well. I would hesitate to recommend this to a general audience though. This book did do some things that irritated me, and I just don't know how interesting it would be to someone who has not read Fitzhugh's novels. I gave the book 4 stars. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I have a real-life friend, and we've been reading through the Dragonlance series of books. Starting in January, we actually picked up a different book and discussed it. This book is A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn. Basically, we read about 10 pages a day, and then we talked about them. Very quickly, our conversations got repetitive, because in this book, the major theme is that rich white people are bad. At one point, my friend called Zinn a silly little man. This book does highlight episodes of American history where America really didn't live up to its ideals. As such, if you're interested in either American history or American politics, I do recommend reading this book. However, this book is deeply flawed. This isn't, strictly speaking, a history book. If you do decide to read this book, and I actually recommend that you do, be prepared to do additional homework. I only did this for a few examples, but in each example, I found additional information that either contradicted what Zinn was trying to say, or at least gave a different perspective. As a result, I gave this book 3 stars. Now, the next book I'm going to talk about is a bit of an adult book. So, if you don't really care to hear me talk about an adult book, you may want to just hop on down to the chapters and skip this book. This book was actually written by a fellow booktuber under a pen name. Now, because she used a pen name, I'm not going to say it on the video, but I will include a link to her channel in the description below. This book is Banged by a Banshee by I.C. London. It's a very thin book. It's only 27 pages. The story itself is okay. The author includes footnotes, though, and the footnotes are hilarious. This is actually in a series of short stories, and quite frankly, I picked this one because of the cover. If you don't mind the content and you want to support a fellow booktuber, you should give these series of books a try. The next book I'm going to talk about is also written by someone I'm subscribed to on YouTube. I actually got a free copy of the ebook when the second book in the series came out. This is Crowned by a Traitor by Callaghan. This book does have a good concept and a good story. However, I did struggle to read it because, number one, it's a YA book, and I've pretty well aged out of the YA category. The second is this is one of the author's earliest works, and the writing just did not flow for me. If you do enjoy YA, I would suggest giving this book a try. I gave it 3 stars. The last book I'm going to talk about I actually finished on April 2nd, but I'm going to include it in this video anyway. This is Mystic and Rider by Sharon, Shinn. I really enjoyed this book. This book combines everything that I enjoy. It has a good ensemble cast of characters. It has 2 main characters that I really enjoy reading about. It has a good story. I really like the magic system in this one and the religious system in this. I gave this book 5 stars, and it will most likely wind up in my top 10 for the year. I first heard about this book on Eliza Baum's channel. Unfortunately, she does not make content anymore. I also heard about it, I believe, on Kadia's channel, but I'm not 100% sure of that, but I will leave links to both channels in the description below. During the month of March, my channel passed 200 subscribers, and I wanted to take a moment to thank each and every one of you that watch my videos. I wish I could thank each and every one of you by name. There are a few that I specifically need to thank by name. The first one is December at the channel Realm of Words and Pages. I won a giveaway on her channel. It was a $10 gift certificate to Starbucks. So I ate lunch there yesterday and I really enjoyed that. So thank you, December. The next person I want to thank is Michael K. Vaughn. In the past 6 months, Michael has mentioned my channel a couple of times on his channel, and each time he's done that, I have gotten a significant boost in my subscriber count. The last person is the person who gave me this right here. Hey y'all, listen up. The channel for those who love lava lamps and Piers Anthony. I got this in the mail on Friday, and I really enjoyed it. Now, it's probably obvious who it's from, but in case you need another hint, I also got a book. This is the book that also came in that package. So this was from Very Literary Carrie, and we're planning on buddy reading this in May, so I'm really looking forward to that. May is the month where JFK was born. If you saw my video celebrating 100 subscribers, you know I played a little bit of a joke on you. In the comments, I promised Lady Jane of Lady Jane Books that I would do a proper celebration when I hit 200 subscribers. So Lady Jane, this one's for you. 100! 200! 200 subscribers! Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.